sport that brought us all together is really Formula One. Whether the gateway drug is that infamous Netflix show or just the genuine love for loud engines, we all banded together because of this particular sport. Formula One, or F1 as some may know it to be, has been in the consciousness of the world since 1950. Marking 70 years of excellence and radical development, the sport has transcended not just the world of fast cars. We're going at this show with full velocity and no intentions of pumping the brakes. Take off your helmets and see you in the finish line as we welcome you into the Vroom Room. So, guys, welcome. And we'd like to start off this week's episode with how we essentially started off the latter part, I guess, or the legit start of the 2020 F1 season. And that was with the groundbreaking um, news that Seb Vettel or Sebastian Vettel would not be renewing his contract with Ferrari or would not be staying with Ferrari. So, me as a Ferrari fan, as an upcoming Ferrari fan, I was surprised. At the same time, though, I wasn't too deep into it yet, so I didn't really have much to say, but I'm sure these people here do. So I'd like to ask you guys, what you thought of Seb not coming back for Ferrari.
Well, I mean, first of all, it wasn't Seb's choice now, was it?
Yeah, that's true.
It was poorly handled
Yeah,
on Ferrari's end.
I feel
That's
like
true.
what do you call that? Ferrari super like oh my god, words come to me. Ferrari super
Cheated, disrespected.
like what do you call it? You
They just blindsided him. Is that it?
Ginago.
Oh my god, my brain.
When you what?
Like they didn't appreciate him.
Ah,
Uh,
yeah.
The way they treated Seb compared to other drivers,
Right.
Mhm.
it was super bad. And like you just see the downfall of Seb with Ferrari.
Mhm.
Yeah.
yeah.
Nakikita nga rin yun sa Netflix, di ba?
Oh yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
entirely sure if that's exaggerated, but I felt like it was somewhat, real.
No,
Concepts,
I think
That's true.
that whole Ferrari episode was surreal.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, season 3 of that was like half of it was like edited
Yes.
BS. But like the truth parts were about Racing Point, the
Yeah. Agree.
Renault.
Ferrari, Renault.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pero yeah, parang it was just super like Seth was like
Mishandled.
just so hurt by
Yeah.
how Mattia treated or went about the way of saying that we're not gonna really because they didn't even offer him a contract. Like they just said,
Mhm.
Bye, bitch.
But they're not renewing it. Yeah.
yeah.
Nawalan na rin siya ng pake.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Eh,
Start ng season. So like,
And when nobody has driven yet either.
Yeah.
So like, the rest of the season talaga, Seb in the Ferrari was just like going downhill. Like if you
yeah.
compare Charles
Struggle.
and Seb, like Charles was also kind of doing bad for Ferrari, but like he was still doing so
Ferrari
much
in general
better
was
than
doing
Seb.
bad, but yeah.
That's true. That's true. You could see the disparity. And I think it's sad also since Ferrari was Seb's dream. The reason Seb wanted to join Ferrari was because he wanted to copy Schumacher. So, to get there, to be in that illustrious organization and yeah, as Monique said, get blindsided. Masakit yun, you know? And
Yeah.
ako, if I was in Seb's shoes, di ako matutuwa sa ganun, di ba? So,
Yeah.
hirap yung ganun. But,
And I guess
yeah.
in tandem with that, no, I guess yun nga, as it was mentioned a while ago, the timing of it
Yeah.
was really painful because he had to drive for the whole season with that thought in mind that they didn't even offer a contract, they didn't even like had any time to really talk it out. Like it seemed like there was no negotiation to try to really get an extension, but no, they just told them, we're moving forward with
Oh,
someone
wala na.
else.
Let
Parang,
yung ganun.
parang sa how many years? 5?
Yeah, just like,
5?
Yeah, I
5
think
years with
5.
Ferrari. He wanted to win a world championship
he got
with
so
Ferrari.
close. He got so close in 2018.
Yeah, and then sadly he wasn't able to achieve it before leaving Ferrari.
Well, Mercedes destroying dreams.
Yearly.
Uh,
Yearly. Oh, man.
So with that news shaking up the start of the season, what happened afterward?
Right.
Then Ferrari announced that Carlos Sainz from McLaren was going to Ferrari with a 2-year contract.
Right.
Mhm.
I was kind of, well, being a new fan then. But I know that sports, like all kinds of sports, it's constantly a business talaga eh,
Yes.
in NBA.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
yung mga feelings na yan, that's like, hindi siya
Part of it.
prioritized
Yeah.
organization. So, yeah. And knowing that Carlos and McLaren, they treated each other like family talaga. So it's kind of heartbreaking as a fan. But then again, I understand Carlos saying, like, you don't say no to Ferrari,
Yeah.
Yeah.
especially when they approach you.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Like, who wouldn't say no?
It was also such a big shock because it's like the first time in such a long time that Ferrari signed 2 young drivers. Since like
Mm.
I don't
1968.
yeah. So but usually they had like an
They
old
usually have
drivers
a world
or-
champion beside a young driver.
Yeah.
yeah.
Who were their other options, actually? I'm curious if they had.
I'm not
That's a
sure
good
who they
question.
were talking.
Parang nagulat ako si Carlos yung napili nila eh. Then, or
I have no insider info, so I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah. I feel like they're so secretive. But then again, parang well-deserved naman si Carlos kasi he did well noong 2019.
very underrated naman.
Right,
Mhm.
right.
Yeah.
And I think yeah, like what Chino said, it's hard to say no to an organization with that big of a reputation. I'm not trying to highlight Ferrari, as being some really awesome group, but it's what comes with growing up, with the sport. So yeah, I think also a part of Carlos, at least Carlos's thinking was that whether or not the team is good or whether or not the team would perform, just to say, on paper, Carlos Sainz, Scuderia Ferrari driver, there's a certain like,
Prestige.
whoa, yeah, right, right.
It's a prestige.
At that point, when
was-
Carlos signed the contract, nobody really knew how bad Ferrari was.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
like in pre-season testing, people were saying, okay, Mercedes and Red Bull definitely faster than Ferrari, but people were still saying Ferrari is the third fastest team. Nobody expected them to end up sixth fastest team.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
kind of why the move was received with mixed results. Then,
Yeah.
like, oh my god, sobrang downgrade, kumbaga.
Yeah,
Then again, it's Ferrari, they have hella resources.
exactly.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, at least it makes for good headlines because, Carlos signs with Ferrari. And, because Carlos signed with Ferrari, that also ultimately led to a free seat with the Papaya Group, McLaren. So, yeah, that also led to a lot of discussions. Am I right, Monique?
I feel like it's the best
Yeah,
news for the people
Yeah.
here that time
Yes.
of Ricardo when
Highlight of a year.
That's so true.
When you thought 2020 was going downhill.
Okay, first year ni Ricardo
In
with
Renault.
Renault. Like, oh my gosh.
wrong decision.
Yeah, as parang,
Yeah, like, what are you doing?
Wrong decision to leave Red Bull. It's like I can't believe you left Red Bull
for Renault.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. 2018, Renault was doing good, better than McLaren.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
like 2019 and 2019 were
Layo.
really, really bad.
Super layo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, at least 2020, okay naman sila.
Yeah.
I mean,
Ah.
Ricardo had 2 podiums.
Yeah.
So, like, when he signed for McLaren, I feel like all the
McLaren.
Ricardo fans was like super happy.
Relieved.
Yeah.
Just because McLaren also was so fast noong 2020.
Yeah.
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 That is
Or
true.
2019. Yeah.
Yeah, they were fast 2019 and 2020.
Parang
Yeah.
ang ironic din. Parang sinabi niya to justify his move to Renault.
Renault.
He,
At that time.
Yeah, parang mas maganda daw yung direction ng Renault compared to
Renault.
That's why
Yeah.
he chose
Compared to
Renault.
McLaren. Yeah.
Because during that time, like for the previous year before he moved, because I think McLaren was like going downhill at
Yeah.
that time.
Yeah.
So it kind of really justified his move to Renault
Right.
for him, I guess.
Uh-huh.
And we never know, diba? Parang like the kinds of parang the atmosphere
Mhm.
that was in Red Bull, when Red Bull Racing, parang was it
Yeah.
still something that he wanted
I mean-
to like live with?
I mean, evidently, for the past how many seasons, how many drivers have sat in that second seat?
Yeah.
They're not improving. So
Yeah.
I mean, it also goes to like parang show that Daniel did, I guess, do right by himself to leave Red Bull.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
And even on the McLaren side of things, like what Monique said, that was, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but that was, I think, Zach Brown's first year also, right, leading the team. So I think it also kind of kickstarted that new direction that eventually bore fruit 2020 when I don't think even the Danny Rick fans or even the McLaren fans knew that McLaren would be rocketing through
Yeah,
to
I mean,
third.
Ganda ng structure change.
Yeah,
Right.
no,
it was a good one.
because even 2015, they only started going downhill when Lewis Hamilton left. So
Mm,
that was, when was that? 2015? That was his first championship
13.
with.
Ay,
08, right? McLaren.
No.
Ah.
His first championship with
Di ba
Mercedes.
15? Because
14,
16 was Rosberg.
14, diba?
14, I think. Yeah, 14 or 13, one of the
14,
two.
13 is
13,
Red
Seb,
Bull,
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. 14.
14. Yeah, they only started going downhill when
Hybrid na.
Lewis left.
Yeah.
And also, they took on, because they were Mercedes engines, and then they switched to Honda, and then
Whole Alonso.
2015, and then they also had Alonso,
Yeah.
and then like they just started going downhill from there, and then 2018, 2017 they got 2018 they got rid of the Honda engine, and then they were still at the bottom,
Yeah.
not good. So they were, in fact, it woke them up to like, okay, it's not just our engine that's not good. It's also
It's
our
us.
aerodynamic philosophy, exactly.
Yeah.
And I think that's when they finally got Zach Brown to turn the place
But-
around.
I feel like McLaren always had their eye on Ricardo, especially when he decided to leave Red Bull.
They did the band.
Like it's just that Ricardo chose Renault over McLaren at that time.
Yeah.
But then now, I feel like since, na-accomplish ni Zach Brown so far mga gusto niya with Ricardo and Lando, I feel
Yeah.
like McLaren has a bright future.
Right.
Hopefully.
I feel like McLaren is Daniel's last chance at the World Championship.
Yeah.
I think
You have to get the new regs right.
Yeah.
Sounds
Yeah.
good to me.
And I mean, it's not a bad team to go for it too, cause like
Yeah.
they're on the come up, and yeah, I mean, signing Danny Rick being a hot commodity. I think any F1 team would want Danny Rick if given the chance, unless maybe you're like Merck who doesn't need him, because Danny Rick gets the fans, gets the people going, the
He's a
smile, the
proven race
looks.
winner. He's a proven
Yeah,
race winner.
right?
People's champion.
You don't start
Yeah.
a Netflix show with just anyone. And yet they chose Danny
His
Rick.
face.
It's self-explanatory,
First episode, you're like, oh my god, who's that?
right? See, so he gets the monies.
Yeah. Okay, so
Yeah.
after Danny Rick to McLaren, the next announcement was, okay, so there's an empty seat at Renault.
Renault. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then
So
we have to fill it up with.
they filled it.
Hulkenberg. Just kidding.
They had so many options, but they went with Fernando Alonso. I mean,
Yeah.
Fernando Alonso, a full-time world champion, not taking anything away from him. It's just,
I think there's still so
Out
much
of nowhere.
Right?
like better.
Yeah.
I know
Description.
that. Di ba parang Drive to Survive season 1, they end the season with, oh my gosh, Fernando Alonso, two-time world champion, is retiring.
Ah,
No
A
right.
year
shit,
later,
yeah.
he's back.
It's back.
Joke
He's
lang.
back.
Guess
Abort.
who's back? Back again.
Yung team ng Renault, like, what are they doing?
Yeah.
Like, why do you have a junior team if you're not planning to promote your juniors?
Mhm.
They wanted the seniors.
Sino pa ba yung mga...
Man U Joe.
Yeah.
Man, you joke!
And I think for me also, it came off. I mean, me as a casual fan, it came off as you have no one else to sign. Like you're getting someone retired. I don't know. For me, it kind of felt like, why him? Why does it have to be him? I'm sure there are a lot of other, young.
I feel like part of it also it's nostalgia, but the two world championships Fernando Alonso won was with Renault.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Right.
But like, okay, fine. Renault signs Alonso. But then, yung driver test pa nila si Alonso. Parang,
After the best rookie.
Yeah. No, it's okay. Yeah, but if you were like viewing it like throughout the year, no, and then they were like showcasing that one race na, yeah, we have like the junior drivers, the young drivers coming in to test some cars, and then they're like Fernando Alonso is testing the Renault car, and you're like,
oh my god.
Fernando Alonso.
Young at heart.
you couldn't have chosen like any young driver to really showcase for the up and coming people, but like no, let's bring him back.
Young at heart daw. Wag ka.
Oh, young at heart.
Oh man. Well, good luck to Renault though. Alpine. Alpine.
Yeah.
I hope he
Yeah,
does well.
2021.
Yeah,
I
agree.
think their technical director recently was like, we've reached the limit of our current car.
I don't really have much to say naman about Alonso. It's just why.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I mean, it's not bad, but it's also not great. So like
But
that's why there are so many questions.
it's bad for the young, the young
Uh,
drivers of
that's true.
Renault.
And also bad, I guess, for the talented people without a school like Nico Oldenburg.
Oh yeah.
Correct, correct.
So then,
Right. So after Alonso, the
um,
next domino that fell
Summer.
was
Valtteri Bottas renewed
Renewed.
For
right.
1 year, right?
for 1 year.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the usual thing about with Bottas. They just renew him every year.
The flying fin.
summertime. The flying fin nickname is passed around between fins. So before Bottas, it was Raikkonen. Before Raikkonen, it was
Mika.
Hakkinen. Yeah,
Mika Hakkinen.
Ooh, cool, cool. Okay, okay. I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, and before we forget, the ones with the long contracts, Charles with Ferrari, Max
Yeah.
with Red Bull,
Yeah.
Max is until 2023. Charles is until 2024.
Lando, right? No.
Not sure.
Does he have a long contract? I don't know.
I don't
Somewhat.
think it's as long as Carlos and
Ah, oh.
Pero,
I don't think they're eager. I don't think they're gonna
yeah,
really
they're
get rid of
sobrang
Lando.
invested na yung McLaren sa kanya.
Right, right. And Lando's 20, right? Or 21. He's hella
a year
young.
younger than me.
So everyone, if you wanna know Camila's age, here it is.
Just do the math.
Check the description below for Camila's
22.
birth date. Alright, so Lando's 21. So,
Yeah.
bright future ahead for the man.
Yeah. Super high hopes. I think everyone's like cheering on him.
Yeah. Hard
Being
to
such
hate
a young driver. No, but it's being such a young driver. There's like so much time left for him.
Yeah. And it's not like he's arrogant, he gets the
Yeah.
people going, he streams. Very popular with the young people too. So, yeah. Valtteri though, cruising in that silver spot yet again. Always sharing the limelight.
There's
Yeah,
been so much speculations for 2021.
Yeah,
Let's not
that he
get
might,
into that first.
Yeah. Also, to all of you watching the Netflix show, if you want some Valtteri skin, episode 2 got you. Episode 2 got you.
Episode 3.
3, sorry.
Episode 3 of season 3.
To whom it may concern,
If that's your taste.
boom.
taken na si Valerie.
Oh, yeah. That's true.
Anyway, okay, so after Valtteri, so
Sir Joyce without the C.
yeah, Sergio announced that he the first half of the season he kept assuring everyone, and Racing Point / Aston Martin kept assuring everyone that
He's
we're
staying.
keeping our two drivers. And then they announced after the summer that Sergio is not renewed.
Yeah.
And not that it's not renewed, because his contract was supposed to last until 2021, but they released him from his contract early in order to sign Seb.
Yeah.
Pa yung bastos eh. He single-handedly saved that team.
That's true though.
I mean, in my opinion, if they really wanted Seb, they should have let Stroll go.
But then you know that's not gonna happen. With Lawrence
But you
as the
can't.
owner.
That day.
Your wish.
But there was like a lot of like speculation also that Racing Point / Aston Martin did try to get Fernando Alonso.
Yeah.
And when like Bill Buxton asked, I think asked Stroll about it, like he was kind of pissed off because
Yeah.
I think the seat that Lawrence tried to offer Fernando Alonso wasn't Sergio's seat, but was Lance's seat.
Boom. Boom. Bad blood. Blood ain't
You know,
thicker than water in F1.
He ended up getting ready anyway. So
Yeah. Sad. Kinda sad. But he will find a new home.
I was just, parang ang rude lang din ng Racing Point is how they release Perez.
yeah.
Yeah.
But you don't assure someone that you have your seat and then bigla na lang one day say you don't have your
No
seat
bala.
anymore.
JK.
What do you think about the move though for Seb?
I mean, I was happy because I didn't want Seb to go into retirement or
Sabbatical.
But then, parang towards the end of the season, noong 2019, I was kind of losing hope na until
2020.
losing, yeah, basta. Seat na for 2020.
Right.
And then, when Racing Point announced na they were gonna release Perez, parang, oh my gosh, Steph has a seat. And noong 2020 season, oh my god, the years are 2020 season, Racing Point was doing very, very good.
Right. Yeah.
So parang I had high hopes for Seb again.
Yeah, look promising.
Yeah.
So I mean the team, okay. I don't know if we'll discuss the whole Racing Point saga, whatever, Chuchu here. But
Just want for them to survive.
yeah.
Actually.
This really doesn't explain what they did wrong and what the rule they broke. They don't really explain that. But yeah.
Because Lawrence will not stand for anyone dragging their name through the mud.
Boom!
Sobrang Bond villain.
Boom! And he looks like one too.
Yeah, not gonna lie.
Doon ng
Huge.
pera.
Aston
Tanggalan ka na
Martin
tubig nun eh.
Nung Aston Martin launched their livery, Jamal Lawrence like had this whole speech, like introduced it, like he was in a suit and whatever.
Yeah.
And he had this like beard, and then there are like a lot of memes comparing how he looked there to BJ Malia because it was
Oh my god.
To who?
Malia. BJ Malia, the owner of Force India, the guy who
Oh.
The guy who went back wrong.
yeah.
Oh, damn!
Okay.
After
Sometimes it just writes itself.
But speaking of the Aston Martin launch of the livery, Seb looks so happy. Like, he looks so fresh. And so parang I was like, oh my god, parang good environment yung Aston Martin
For Seb.
for Seb.
Fingers
Yeah.
crossed, but we will see.
we still haven't seen him without a cap so far.
No, his hair grew
Except for
back
that-
na. His hair grew back na.
Oh eh.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It grew back
It
fast.
grew back na. His hair grew back na. He doesn't.
Mapakita
Maybe it
niya.
was just like,
Sana
maybe it
next
was just
week
like
pa.
in that moment. Like from the
Parang
stress.
break up with Ferrari.
Parang it was like, oh my god.
Yeah,
And then it all
you
fell off. And then it just grew
young
back.
adults, the guys watching the show, there's hope. You know, there's hope. We have minoxidil right now in the market. There's hope.
Sa totoo lang, check
We're
niyo lang
not
si
sponsored.
Lewis.
Not sponsored.
Yeah.
Dala nung hair ni Lewis.
Lewis has luscious hair.
Okay, Lewis had his hair done. He had
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Hair transplant.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Great. Tingnan mo siya,
Yeah.
pare.
Look at his
Look at
pictures
his
from
before and
2007,
after.
2008. And
Oh,
then his hairline,
man.
compare his hairline to now and before.
Sobrang inspiration ko siya. Sure.
Oh my gosh, no hate naman to Lewis for making his, like, doing a hair transplant. Because whoever did it,
Yeah.
good job. Like, really good
Yeah.
job.
Yeah.
He looks ballin'.
I bet his confidence like shot up like times 100.
Yeah, even more than being a world champion, probably.
Yeah, parang,
Just kidding.
I think he was like, I'll be super confident standing on that podium. Maybe I'll just win some more because I got
Yeah.
my hair transplant.
Looks like I can overtake this guy because I have luscious hair.
I bet he wouldn't be like that shy taking that many photos anyway. He's like, yes, take my photo.
Okay, we got off topic.
Oh,
Yeah, so
Oopsie.
Sergio's without a seat.
Right.
Vettel
Eggs.
takes
For the seat.
Aston Martin drive
Right.
and announced it on Ferrari's 1000th anniversary, 2000th race anniversary.
Funny.
Yeah.
yeah.
Ang petty nun.
Petty, but also very planned.
But also kind of deserved.
It's like, his revenge story.
Yeah.
Ferrari.
Right.
Because he was no longer Seb that got dropped by Ferrari after that point.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Mhm.
And,
Yeah.
after that, Haas announced that they weren't renewing Roman and
Kevin.
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 Which, okay, there were rumors na that Haas was gonna drop at least one.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But I also following the season, I didn't expect them to drop both. I expected them to drop Grosjean because it kind of seemed like also Grosjean was also kind of he was talking about racing in other series now even before it got announced. So parang there was this sense that Roman knew that he was gonna get renewed even though it wasn't officially. I didn't expect them to drop Magnussen, and on top of that, they were gonna go with two rookies.
Well, I mean, if there's a team that can experiment, it's probably Haas. Probably.
No one's saying naman that making it work with two rookies is impossible. Because it worked with Toro Rosso when did Max debut?
2016.
16.
That was his first race win.
Yeah, but
2015.
2015 you debut. Yeah. Okay, so Max and Carlos debuted together in Toro Rosso in 2015, and they were both rookies, and it worked.
Yeah.
So obviously that's not gonna work, but also they don't have the same resources as Red
That's
Bull has. So
I mean,
and
okay lang din naman for Haas kasi so there are literally no expectations for them.
Yeah.
You
The
can't go
floor
lower.
is the floor. So any height is
Like, I do whatever you want.
right. Just prove us wrong.
But yeah, sad for K-Mag, Grosjean.
Yeah.
Kind of expected in a way.
Right.
But yeah, do we say na ba who they brought in?
yeah.
I feel like, wait lang, I feel like it's all Haas. You don't really know if a driver is doing well just because their car sucks.
Yeah. That's
So
true.
like,
Yeah.
were they doing well? Were they doing bad? You don't really know.
Sila lang may alam.
But also but at least if you had Roman or Kevin driving a Haas car in 2021, at least one of them, and then a rookie, you could kind of compare where the rookie is compared to
Right.
a more experienced driver that knows how to drive a car because he's been in the team.
Right.
So, like, parang, I'm just wondering, perhaps, where are they gonna get their, I guess, baseline data points? Is it gonna be Mick? Is it gonna be, but yeah, so anyway, who went to Haas was Formula 2 2020 Formula 2 champion, Mick Schumacher, who's also Michael Schumacher's son.
Prodigal son.
And
And
I don't know, say this.
he who shall
Alright.
not be named the joke.
Keep saying his name.
I mean, yeah. Mr. Another
Mazepin.
Mazepin,
Day
day driver.
Yeah.
this boy again.
Yeah.
At first, I feel like at first there wasn't that much hate towards
There wasn't
him.
really any hate towards
The
Mazepin.
most hate he got was because he was so aggressive in
Yeah, in
F2
running.
and he almost hit Yuki Tsunoda with the like
The ladder.
stand. Oo. So parang that was the most hate he got. And then yun, nung nasign na siya nung Haas, ang dami ng kaluguhan, which led to like all the hate he's getting right now.
Right. Right.
Okay, I mean, if you don't know, I mean, if our listeners, if we do have listeners, believe. But you know, if you don't know what happened with Mazepin and what he did, I don't know. It's a sensitive topic kasi, and there's so many,
I think there should be like a warning.
yeah, that
Yeah, trigger warning.
Yeah,
if-
trigger
if
warning.
needed.
but he uploaded on his Insta stories, Instagram stories. He was driving in a Porsche or whatever car that was,
Some car.
some car. Or he was in the passenger seat and then his friend was driving and there was a girl in the back and he reached for the girl's photo chest. And the girl was pushing him away, his hand away, and he won't stop.
Like she was clearly uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And like, you know, he was like laughing lang and like continuing to like touch her chest area.
Right.
So obviously like being an F2 what do you call that? Racer that's going to F1, he already has like a following. So yun, super kumalat. And like people are calling FIA and Haas
And
and
F1
Mazepin himself
to
to like,
Yeah.
get out of F1.
yeah,
Because that's not,
Yeah.
role model like,
yeah.
Yeah.
That's not,
Because
that's
I
not
guess-
human like.
yeah, true.
Yeah. In a way, I think a lot of people wanted him out also because if he was left there, but it was kind of transitive na they were fine with it. Like they were just
Yeah.
like tolerating that kind of behavior.
Uh-huh.
Na yeah, we're just gonna let him race because he's already there. And I guess parang that's part of the. I guess as it was said, then it's still a business. Like the feelings, like are they still that relevant in terms of the business model of the team?
Right. Right.
But so it's not, I mean,
The whole
Yeah.
race as one thing
yeah.
became
Yeah.
like bullshit lang.
That is true.
So what Haas did, nag-statement sila na ano, internal daw.
Internally.
Yeah,
And
they
then
released that
parang
statement.
release din si Nikita Mazepin ng napaka,
Non-apology.
oo, sobrang basic.
PR
Yeah,
heavy.
someone else wrote that for sure.
And then like the
Ay.
girl who was getting like sexually harassed.
Mhm.
Was forced to say that they were friends.
Yeah, na parang so joke lang. But then like the fans like connected it all together because after that she would still have stories na parang
Like, ask me a question and then like, people
Oo.
ask her questions.
what advice would you give to yourself, ganon. And it's always like, don't get too drunk with like people
You just met in a yacht in Dubai.
Yeah.
So like, it's obvious na
She was
forced
forced.
to
Yeah, very
like, stay.
disappointing.
Well, the good thing to come out of this is at least every F1 fan has collective hate towards one driver na.
Yeah.
Rock and roll. Hashtag Mazip out.
Nung he didn't do that yet, I was like, fine. Since third naman siya
Sa Sunday so far,
standing
Yeah.
at that point,
na F2. So I was like, okay, fine. And then the season ended and he's at fifth. So I was like, shit. This guy deserved to be an F1.
I know they should have gotten Calum pilot. Calum,
Talo, I lot.
Then again, si Mazepin yung may money.
exactly.
Yeah.
Wala si Arnold, he
And-
doesn't have sponsors eh.
Yeah.
And maybe at least Islet has a chance to go for a better team. I mean, hopefully some mid-tier team in the future.
Enough of the other dude in Haas. So
Okay.
Mick.
Nick,
Let's go!
shining ray of hope in Haas
Yeah.
is
The dumpster fire that is Haas.
The drivers are literally night and day.
I was actually sad because I wanted him to go to Alpha Romeo,
Same.
but then they retained.
I wanted him to be partnered with Kimi.
Yeah, Tito
To be
Wave.
honest,
Tito.
Tito Kimi.
Me too. I thought either A, Kimi would retire, or B,
Yeah,
they not renew Giovinazzi.
but Giovinazzi's he's like alright lang.
He's there.
Yeah, he doesn't
Yeah.
move the needle in any way.
Not bad. He's not good then.
Right.
I mean, not to say that he's not talented, because you have to be talented in F1.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But compared to the other guys, he's midfield driver.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like a Danny Kvyat. No hate. I love the torpedo. Everyone, make sure.
So
But then-
nothing happening to Alpha. So napunta na lang
Yeah.
si Mick sa Haas.
Yeah.
So happy he's in F1, but sad that
That have been
it's in that dumpster fire.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I
hopefully
mean, Ferrari is having more involvement naman with so hopefully it's not that much of a dumpster fire.
Yeah. Hopefully it's just a bushfire, or like a campfire. But that's
We
the hope.
can't find.
That's the hope.
yeah,
Yeah.
iwala na lang.
thanks.
So Alfa Romeo keeps both of their drivers, Antonio Giovinazzi and Kimi Raikkonen, which means that, well, actually, aside from Alfa Romeo, another team keeping both of their drivers is Williams with
Williams,
Nicholas Latifi, views from the six, and George Russell, the future.
Mm,
I mean, do we really have any feelings about that? I mean, no one really expected anything to change in Williams.
Yeah.
yeah,
Because they had contracts until 2021.
It's
And
2021.
Latifi doesn't, yung attitude ni Latifi, it's not the attitude of a paid driver,
Paid driver.
even though he is.
Yeah.
I feel like he's
That
super
is true.
underrated.
Yeah, I feel like, Latifi is.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
like if you
Agree.
compare George and Latifi during the 2020 season, Latifi also came so close to the points like so many times.
Yeah. I mean, qualifying paid, George outpaces Latifi for
Sure.
mid paid. They're pretty.
Oo. So like I feel like they're like good for Williams and the drivers.
And there's also stability since they're changing owners. Then, yeah.
Right.
Um,
And Nicholas is a nice guy in general. Like if you watch his interviews, he's really personable, and
I feel like his personality is Nutella.
Yeah. He loves
That he loves Nutella. That's his personality.
He's a pretty vanilla guy too. you know, if we're gonna go for flavors. So yeah, you can't really say anything bad about Nicholas. And I think he's really trying. So I think it's nice. And I mean honestly, coming from the 2019 season, Robert Kavitsa versus Nicholas Latifi. Latifi ako, man. Like
Yeah.
that's an upgrade for me.
Mm-hmm. Same.
I mean, Kubica is also what could have been
Yeah.
a driver because of his accident in
Yeah.
Rally.
hmm
Um,
That's true.
after Williams, Alpha Tauri / Toro Rosso. Renewed Gasly. After Gasly won Monza.
Monza.
Yeah.
Reward. Bonus.
And then,
Mushroom.
and then there was this feeling that Kvyat wasn't gonna get renewed because he was nowhere near the pace of Gasly.
Yeah, and Gasly was like doing really well.
Yeah.
So yeah, they didn't sign Kvyat.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't even retain him in the Red Bull family.
Kind of sad, TBH.
So now he's
A reserve
reserved
driver
for Alpine.
for Alpine.
Then
They signed.
they signed Yuki Tsunoda of
Hey!
P3 and F2
From the land of the rising sun.
From Japan.
I think it was also Red Bull giving love to Honda
Yeah.
Right.
by signing a Honda and Red Bull Junior.
Uh-huh.
Also, since Honda is leaving F1 after this year.
Yeah.
And they're going out to the bang, by the way. They have the fastest engine.
Wait,
Um,
wait. So, sorry, I know we're gonna go off topic. So, Honda's leaving F1, which
Yeah.
means
Yeah.
that the engines of Red Bull for the following seasons would be.
Still Red Bull. Rest of the
Red Bull powertrains yung label, pero technology Honda.
is Honda. And the
Ah,
engine freeze. So
They bought Honda's IP, electromotive.
okay. So, on paper, it's Red Bull. But,
But
like,
technology-
performance-wise, tech-wise, it's Honda.
Like Honda.
Until
Okay.
2025. And then until 2025 kasi brand new engines like
regulations.
yeah and stuff. So that would be purely Red Bull. But until then, it's Honda badged as Red Bull.
Oh, dope. Okay. Well, now that we talked about, Red Bull, Sergio, we left him in the air earlier, him
Are we
leaving.
done with Yuki? That's all we have to say.
Oh, well, sorry. Yeah, I don't know much about Yuki, to be honest, but I'm hopeful for him. I like
But
him a lot.
he's really fast.
In F2, he would overtake so many people in such a short amount of time, which also I feel like why Alpha signed.
They love overtakers. Yeah.
Yeah, I like 80.
He's really young.
He's really wrong. He's the first driver in the grid before in the year 2000.
Boom!
Yeah.
Times are changing.
Yeah, he's the youngest one.
Not
Yeah.
just young, very short.
Lord King.
What's his height?
Oh, bakit? Yeah. Search ko.
5'1"? No way.
No.
People Google his height.
5'1"? That's crazy.
5'2".
No, maybe I'm a scammer.
5'2",
Oh my
5'2".
god,
Either way,
5'2".
when you compare him to George Russell, Nicholas TV, ang liit niya. Tapos George
Okay, yeah.
George
Six,
towers
six.
over
Six.
Yuki.
Yeah, George is like super tall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Damn.
Short King.
That's
He's so
crazy.
cute though. I love Yuki.
But like also, Yuki is for the car designers is the perfect size. Because he weighs the lead.
Ah.
Because there's less,
Aerodynamically sound.
yeah, aerodynamically speaking, Yuki is the ideal size because he's tiny.
Oh my god, that's great.
Dope, dope. We shall cheer on for Yuki this season.
He's
I
really
hope he
fast.
does really well.
I mean, like,
Yeah.
okay, spoiler na lang, I guess. But no Q1, I'm so surprised. P2,
What was that even
Yeah.
during practice?
Yeah.
I'm not practice.
pre-sub that.
Pre-season testing.
Okay, I mean, he was kind of trigger happy with the DRS button, but still.
You know, he was able to like be next to Max.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Speaking
Yeah.
of Red Bull,
Yeah.
Speaking of Red Bull. I think everyone really firmly believed that they were gonna renew Alex for 2021.
I feel like it
Even until Bahrain, it was like sure that Alex was gonna get renewed.
the first Bahrain, yeah.
First Bahrain.
But the Sakir, that's when it all went like,
Okay, we're going with Sergio. But,
yeah.
but okay, to credit Sergio naman, who wins a Grand Prix from last and then ends up winning?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean,
That's a miracle race.
also Mercedes screwed up.
So many things had to happen
Yeah.
for him to pull that off.
But
Yeah.
he did.
And he did. Credits to him.
So, yeah, I mean, I understand why.
So yeah, Alex
Yes.
wasn't signed, but
He's still,
still in the Red Bull family. He's the test and reserve driver of
tested
Red Bull.
development and reserve driver
And AlphaTauri also.
and racing in DTM.
Yeah, but we're talking about that.
I think he's still racing.
Then Perez goes to Red Bull.
Is
Vroom, vroom.
that the last piece of puzzle?
Yeah, the
goat
goat stays.
Yeah.
ang tagal
He
nun.
only
Yeah.
signed his
It took so
contract
long.
Very
a
late.
month
What a tease.
before testing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
usually they have it done like by summer or like even like winter break, but not a few weeks before testing.
But yeah, 1
And
year.
the unusual thing is it's a 1 year contract. Because you usually do would sign minimum 3 years
Yeah.
contract.
So there's a lot of implications then
Yeah.
for next
Yeah.
year, especially since
Uh-huh.
the prodigal son, Mr. Russell, is also
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
his contract
Yeah.
is up.
Let's
until
go.
next year.
Yeah.
2022 driver market is super interesting.
It's super interesting.
Yeah. It gives a lot of flexibility. Not just for Merck, but for everyone else.
Yeah.
You know.
Because Sergio also has a 1 year contract only.
I mean, it's Red Bull. They always give 1 year contracts.
One and done.
So, Ocon is out of a
Yeah,
contract.
Ocon is out of contract again.
Gasly's out of a contract.
Yes.
George.
I have a feeling he's gonna go to Alpine.
George.
Same.
Who? Gasly?
Lastly.
I think I was wrong.
French dude for French team.
Oh, yeah, but for a crap ass card though, so.
Okay, everyone's new regulations naman. So, clean slate. Everyone's clean slate naman.
That's true.
So,
That's true.
Yeah.
Did you see the April Fool's joke of Alpine?
Which
They
one?
signed daw. For this year lang, like, no April 1, Alpine tweeted, like,
They signed Gasly.
yeah, that they signed Gasly, and then my viral,
Ooh, stoking the
description
fire.
quote from Pierre Gasly.
Stoking the fire.
Oh,
right?
professional naman.
French people joking. Just kidding. I love the French. I took a French foreign class in college, so I like the French. Bonjour, my
When you
viewers.
like the French, you've actually been to France.
People, Never mind. I like the French.
Yeah, they have good fries too, so props to them.
I don't think that's how it worked.
I thought.
I feel like they'd
Hindi
be
yung onion soup nila.
offended. Again.
So these types of foods that we're mentioning right now. This goes into a typical F1 driver's diet. If you watched Drive to Survive, you'd see their breakfasts ballin'. You know, I feel like just to be in that space, have that kind of breakfast buffet, those choices. Whew, 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 whew.
Wow, that's really my dream to have a pan of pass and
Same.
like, to go to a race.
It's my dream to work
Walk around.
in a team's hospitality unit.
Damn.
Hire me.
Damn. See y'all in a few
She
years.
graduated summa cum laude.
Uh, all right, so I think we have all the puzzle pieces down. Is that correct?
Yeah, okay, but let's review. Mercedes were done.
Williams. Wait, I don't know why I started. Okay, yeah, Mercedes.
And then Red Bull were
Red
done.
Bull.
McLaren,
Right.
Ferrari was done.
Uh huh.
Racing Point were done.
Right.
Alpine.
Mhm.
Aston Martin. Oh wait, that is Racing Point.
Alpha.
Alfa Romeo. So
Yes.
yeah.
Done.
Yeah, we're good. So that's a quick discussion and synthesis of the driver market for 2021, or at least
And
basically what happened
2020,
also of 2020. So I think it also sets the table for this season 2021, where we get to see what comes out of those rotations and shifts in the grid. So it's going to be pretty exciting. I think we'll have a lot to expect. And it's also going to be nice to see the changes in chemistry for the teammates. As one of you mentioned earlier, McLaren treated Carlos like family. And if you guys get the chance to see their farewell video to Carlos, I think that was absolutely class. That was well done.
That was nice.
Also, one note, do not watch season 3, episode 8 of Drive to Survive.
Bullshit.
Yeah, that was mega edited.
Yeah.
So
They're like best friends until now.
Yeah.
right, exactly. So, yeah, a lot to expect, a lot to look forward to for the 2021 season. So, yeah, do you guys have anything else you might want to follow up in terms of the grid? Anything
No,
you're excited
think we're good.
about? Anything you're maybe, anxious to see? Aside from an eighth ring for Lewis. No, I'm just kidding. Red Bull all the way. Let's go. Let's go. Full send.
Maybe anxious for Seb a bit.
Yeah. Yeah. I think no one wants Seb to fail. I think at this point we just want to see Seb come into a good place and hopefully thrive there. And yeah, fingers crossed that Aston Martin treats him better than the prancing horses.
Yeah.
And yes, on that hopeful note, I think we can close our episode for this week. So this was the driver market episode of our pod, The Vroom Room. Catch us in the coming weeks as we tackle a little bit more of what happened last year, but also we're going to shift towards the 2021 season already as we take a look at what's been happening from testing to the first race, and all the other developing headlines that come with the start of this 2021 season. So, thank you guys for watching, especially if you reached this point. And yeah, please do continue to support us, like and subscribe. Check out our other videos regarding F1. We're just a simple podcast, but yeah, we really do this because really just enjoying the sport in general, and it's just nice to talk about all the topics that can be tackled when it comes to the world of fast cars. So I think that's it for us. Thank you very much, and yeah, see you in the next race and see you in the next episode. Bye guys.